Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We continue reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 27. We'll begin with the text 4. Artehi avidyamanepi samsriti na nivartate dhyayato vishayan asya swapne anartha gamo yatha. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Actually, a living entity is transcendental to material existence. But because of his mentality of lording it over material nature, his material existential condition does not cease. And just as in a dream, he is affected by all sorts of disadvantages. The example of a dream is very appropriate. Due to different mental conditions in dreams, we are put into advantageous and disadvantageous positions. Similarly, the spirit soul has nothing to do with this material nature. But because of his mentality of lording it over, he's put into the position of conditional existence. So because we want to imitate God, so we are put in this material atmosphere. And in this atmosphere, we are actually dreaming. It's not only the night as a dream, what we are seeing, those are dreams. No, during the night is night dreams, and during the day is a daydream. But just because it goes on for a longer time, we think it is our reality. We think this is who I am, and we get so engrossed in it and so affected by it that we don't know how to get out of it. You know, in a dream, and I don't know if you all have felt, it's like really sometimes it's like a nightmare. You really want to get out of it, but you're not able to. Then finally, when the desire is so much, oh, it's just too uncomfortable, I need to get out of here, then we wake up suddenly. So this material life is like that. We are sleeping in the lap of Maya, and only we're just sleeping. We are sleeping in the lap of Maya thinking we are enjoying, but it is a dream. It is a dream. Conditional existence is described here as dhyayato vishayan asya. Vishaya means an object of enjoyment. As long as one continues to think that he can enjoy material advantages, he is in conditioned life. But as soon as he comes to his senses, he develops the knowledge that he is not the enjoyer. For the only enjoyer is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we need to come to this point that I am not the enjoyer, only God is the enjoyer. If we just try to analyze, we try to look logically at what's happening in our life, what's happening to us, how many ways can we enjoy in, and how many ways can we suffer in? We always feel the miseries are so much longer. Or even if the enjoyment is there, we have to work so hard to get that enjoyment. It's not that we sit down and we're just enjoying. No, if we just sit down, we have to keep doing things for us to be able to enjoy. So the only enjoyer is the Supreme Lord. He just sits and he's enjoying. He's Atmara. He doesn't need anything external to make him enjoy or make him feel happy. As confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 5:29, he's the beneficiary for all the results of sacrifices and penances. Bhuktaram Yagya Tapasam. And he's the proprietor of all the three worlds. Sarva Loka Maheshwaram. Is the actual friend of all living entities. But instead of leaving proprietorship, enjoyment, and the actual position as the friend of all living entities to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, we claim that we are the proprietors, the enjoyers, and the friends. So actually everything and everyone belongs to God. But we are saying, no, these things, they belong to me. They are mine. Whatever it may be, how much ever the circle of influence may be. We may have a lot or we may have very little, but we just feel, oh, this is mine, belongs to me. I'm the enjoyer of these things. These things belong to me. I'm the enjoyer of these things. And I'm the bad. I'm the good one. I'm the friend of everyone, not God. So we're always trying to imitate him. And that is what is the struggle. That is our struggle, because we are just trying to imitate God at every moment, instead of just accepting, yes, it is God. He is the best friend of everyone. It is to him that everything belongs. And he is, and because everything belongs to him, everything should be offered to him. The results of everything belong to him. So we perform philanthropic work thinking that we are the friends of human society. Someone may proclaim himself to be a very good national worker, the best friend of the people and of the country, but actually he cannot be the greatest friend of everyone. The only friend is Krishna. So we like that. We like to do some charity, some philanthropy, because it makes us feel good. Oh, see, I am helping this person. I'm giving. So then we are thinking, oh, I am such a good heart. I'm doing things for people. But it's actually the best friend is Krishna. He is the only friend is Krishna. One should try to raise the consciousness of the conditioned soul to the platform of understanding that Krishna is his actual friend. If one makes friendship with Krishna, one will never be cheated and he will get all help needed. So we think, yes, I'm the best friend of this person. How much can we help that person? How much can we help that soul? It could be the soul could be in any species, could be a dog, or could be a human being, or anyone. How much can we help them? Death is going to come to them. They are going to be taken out of this body and put into another body. And when they are in the other body, we don't even know where they are. And yet we think that we are their best friend. Can we stop them to die? Can we give them liberation? Can we take them back home, back to Godhead? No, only Krishna can. So the way we can be everyone's best friend is tell them that Krishna is your best friend, because Krishna can really take them back home, back to Godhead. Krishna can protect them in all the situations. So if one makes, and if we make friendship with Krishna, Krishna will never cheat us. We are always doubting that Krishna will cheat me. Why should I believe Krishna's words in Bhagavad Gita? Krishna is saying, Mata Sarvataram, Nanyat Kinchidasti Dhananjaya. Everything is resting on me as pearls are strung on a thread. Krishna is saying all living entities are my parts and parcels. Krishna is saying this material world is mine, the spiritual world is mine. And we doubt all these words of him. And Krishna is saying that one who at the time of death thinks of me alone, thinks of me alone. He uses the word alone, not that we think of 1,000 other things and also Krishna. He says, one who thinks of me alone immediately comes back to me. But we doubt him. And in fact, we trust others who are actually cheating us instead of making our connection with Krishna. So we, in fact, should make friendship with Krishna, because he will never cheat us. And he's always ready to help us. Avashya Rakshibe Krishna. Arousing this consciousness of the conditioned soul is the greatest service, not posing oneself as a great friend of another living entity. So if we really care for others, we should try to get them connected to Krishna. Tell them, hey, Krishna is your best friend, no one else. The power of friendship is limited. Although one claims to be a friend, he cannot be a friend unlimitedly. There are an unlimited number of living entities, and our resources are limited. Therefore, we cannot be of any real benefit to the people in general. How much can we serve? How much? How much can we do? We are very tiny. We may say, no, okay, I'm very great. I can influence 100 million people. But this entire universe has gazillions of living entities, not only 100 million. Or we may say, I can influence this whole Earth planet, 7 billion. But that's only the human beings. What about the other living entities? What about the other planets? So and 7 billion is like really, that's the entire Earth's population. Even if we are able to do that, that's not enough. So we just have to understand that we are very, very limited. Our resources are limited. So what can we actually do, So the best service to the people in general is to awaken them to Krishna consciousness so that they may know that the supreme enjoyer, the supreme proprietor, and the supreme friend is Krishna. Then this illusory dream of lording it over material nature will vanish. Illusory dream of lording it over material nature. So this is the dream that we are in this dream. We are thinking we are the bodies, I'm so and so, and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. This is our dream. The more we hear and chant, the more we will wake up, sleeping souls. The bhajan is there, wake up, sleeping souls. So by hearing and chanting, we can wake up and encourage others to wake up also. Did you want to add anything or comment anything?
I really like the part, the friend, like how we think that, we are doing good to a friend or like that, but that is only up to our understanding. And we think that we can do good for them. So that applies to everybody, to our family, to our, relatives or any, and we think that, oh my God, I'm doing so good to them. I can do this, I can do that for them, but then it is all useless. The best thing is to give them Krishna. That's how, because I won't be able to give them liberation, as you mentioned, no matter how best friend I may claim to be of one person. So yes, that's a really, really nice part.
Yeah, Prabhupada would always stress on this, Many places he's spoken about this point. Okay. So, Ata eva shanes chittam prashaktam asatam pathi bhakti yogena tivrena viraktya cha nanyet vasham. It is the duty of every conditioned soul to engage his polluted consciousness, which is now attached to material enjoyment, in very serious devotional service with detachment. Thus, his mind and consciousness will be under full control. So it's the duty. It's not. It's not that, oh, maybe or maybe not or whatever, but it is our duty that we should engage in very serious devotional service with detachment. Tivrena. Tivrena, the word is used here. Bhakti yogena tivrena. Very serious, very determined here. Krishna even uses this word in Bhakti Yoga. I think it's in Bhagavad Gita or somewhere else also. This tivrena, that bhakti should be performed with great determination. The process of liberation is very nicely explained in this verse. The cause of one's becoming conditioned by material nature is his thinking himself the enjoyer, the proprietor, or the friend of all living entities. Okay, so Prabhupada is saying the process of liberation we are hearing. Now, what is our conditioned life? What our conditioned life is that we are thinking, I'm God. No, I never think I'm God. If somebody says, oh, we are pretending to be God. No, how could you say that? But what are we doing? What are we thinking? What are we speaking? What's our consciousness? If we analyze it, because if we tell people outright, oh, we are trying to imitate God. No way, how could we do that? But if we analyze, yeah, we are imitating God. We are thinking this belongs to me. I'm the best friend and everything is for my enjoyment. This false thinking is the result of contemplation on sense enjoyment. When one thinks that he's the best friend to his countrymen, to society, or to humanity, and he engages in various nationalistic, philanthropic, and altruistic activities, all that is just so much concentration on sense gratification. The so-called national leader or humanist does not serve everyone. He serves his senses only. That is a fact. But the conditioned soul cannot understand this because he's bewildered by the spell of nature. We may say, oh, how we are saying he's serving himself. He's doing such great service for others. He's doing such great service, such philanthropy, such nationalism, or such a social worker. How can we say this is sense gratification? In fact, this is, working, helping others. Yeah, but it is all based on sense gratification that I am helping others. Or, okay, even I am serving, but we are serving just the body. And we are not able to understand that because of this Maya, because we are keeping on thinking, I'm the best friend. I am the doer. I'm the doer. I'm doing it. It is therefore recommended in this verse that one engage very seriously in the devotional service of the Lord. This means that one should not think that he's the proprietor, benefactor, friend, or enjoyer. He should always be cognizant that the real enjoyer is Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is the basic principle of Bhakti Yoga. So we need to come to this point of understanding that God is the enjoyer. Krishna is the enjoyer, not me. One must be firmly convinced of these three principles. One should always think that Krishna is the proprietor, Krishna is the enjoyer, and Krishna is the friend. Not only should he understand these principles himself, but he should try to convince others and propagate Krishna consciousness. Now, someone might say, oh, why only Krishna is the enjoyer? Why can't I enjoy? I want to enjoy also. So, but the point we have to understand is that, yes, we can enjoy, but only when we are connected to Krishna. When we separate ourselves from Krishna, then that is not real enjoyment. That is only sense gratification. That's the point we need to understand. So that I'm not the enjoyer, I'm not the controller, I'm not the proprietor. Krishna is the enjoyer, Krishna is the controller, Krishna is the proprietor, Krishna is the best friend of everyone. So that is the point. As soon as one engages in such serious devotional service of the Lord, naturally the propensity to falsely claim lordship over material nature disappears. That detachment is called vairagya. Instead of being absorbed in so-called material lordship, one engages in Krishna consciousness. That is the control of consciousness. So what is true detachment, true vairagya? What is it? It means engaging in bhakti, engaging in devotional service, understanding that God, everything belongs to God, that God is the real enjoyer of everything, because everything belongs to him. So this, if we engage in Krishna consciousness, this is like really determined, then our false claim, falsely we are claiming that this material nature belongs to us, that will go away. The yoga process necessitates controlling the senses, yoga indriya samyama. Since the senses are always active, the activities should be engaged in devotional service. One cannot stop the activities. If one wants to artificially stop the activities of the senses, his attempt will be a failure. Even the great yogi Vishwamitra, who was trying to control his senses by the yoga process, fell victim to the beauty of Menaka. There are many such instances. Unless one's mind and consciousness are fully engaged in devotional service, there's always the opportunity for the mind to become occupied with desires for sense gratification. So it's like this, when there is some space, it's going to be filled with something. There's never going to be nothing. So our mind is also like that. If it's not filled with Krishna consciousness, it will be filled with material consciousness. It is like that. It's not that the mind can remain empty. So same, the senses have to be used. So if they're not being used for Krishna's service, then they will be used for our material sense gratification. One particular point mentioned in this verse is very significant. It is said here, Prashaktam asatam pati. The mind is always attracted by asat, the temporary material existence, because we have been associated with material nature since time immemorial. We have become accustomed to our attachment to this temporary material nature. The mind has to be fixed at the eternal lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. Savemana Krishna Padara Vindayo. One has to fix the mind at the lotus feet of Krishna. Then everything will be very nice. Thus, the seriousness of Bhakti Yoga is stressed in this verse. So we have been here in the material world for a very long time. Very long time. Our attachment to this material world is very deep. Our mind is very attached. It's attached here, as Prabhupada is saying, always attracted by asat, the temporary material existence. That's the reason we are able to be here, because of this attraction to material existence. It's called asat. Asat, why? Because it's temporary. It's temporary. We are thinking, I'm this and this person, this is my name, this is my society, my community, my this. But all these designations is false. It's not our real position. That is what is false. We are very much right now in this material world. We cannot say, oh, this world is false means I'm not here right now. No, we are very much inside the world right now, but we thinking that we are the body and things related to the body. That is what is false. And the only way this attraction of the mind can be removed from this false designations is if we can fix our mind at the lotus feet of Krishna. Savemana Krishna Padara Vindayo. So the more we hear about Krishna, the more we hear, the more we will speak about him, the more we will hear and speak about him, the more we can remember him. Then the mind will be fixed at the lotus feet of Krishna. So first Krishna says, first you fix your mind on me, then you do your duties. So we should try to do that. Bring our mind, it will run away. It will run away. Then again catch it back and bring it to Krishna. Then it will run away. Then again catch it back and bring it to Krishna. But Krishna says that, and by constant practice and detachment. He says you practice. Krishna is not going to tell us to do something which is impossible. No, we are not going to teach our children, our babies to fly. No, we will teach them to walk. We're not going to tell them, no, you must flap your wings and try to fly. And no, why would we do that? We know they're not going to fly. Similarly, Krishna, he knows we can fix our mind on him. So that's why he's telling us, fix your mind on him. That's our original nature. That's our original consciousness. Is that okay?
Yes, so that means we have to fix our mind on Krishna's lotus feet.
Yes.
I'm like attracted to Krishna's face, the form.
Yeah.
Like, still
So
somehow the lotus feet thing doesn't come so much in my mind as much as his complexion, his form. So is that
it's
okay?
the same thing. It's the same thing. What the idea is the same thing. Because what happens is, why we are saying to the lotus feet of the Lord is like because of respect, out of respect,
Yes.
When we approach the Lord, we first start when we go to see the deity, that's how we are supposed to look. First, we are supposed to look at the lotus feet, gradually to the legs, waist, chest and then the face, so we can see his smiling face and then fix our mind on his face. So yes, I totally understand what you're saying. Yeah, it's the same thing, Krishna's lotus feet or Krishna's face, but it's like out of respect. The mood is that subordination to Krishna. So that's an eternal lotus feet. And some people, of course, they also try to fix their mind on the different markings of the lotus feet of Krishna.
Yeah, you had
the different markings are there.
Yes.
Yeah. And then, yeah. So, but that's just the idea that how we should fix our mind, not in a mode of enjoying Krishna, but in the mood of service to Krishna. That is the idea. That's the idea. You're perfectly okay to fix your mind on the beautiful face of Krishna. So, but the mood of the servitude to help us, because we have that enjoying mood, so to help us bring out that service mood, that's why it's said like that. Okay.
So this
and also, and I'm sorry, I'll just add one thing.
Sarve Mana Krishna Padara Vindayo is from the Bhagavad Gita or
Bhagavatam. This is Bhagavatam that Ambarish Maharaj. Ambarish Maharaj is, at first he fixed his mind at the lotus feet of Krishna. And there's another thing about the lotus feet. I was gonna give a reference.
Sorry, I think
I
think I spoke in between and yeah.
Oh, no, that's all right. No, that's all right. But this is the prayers of Ambarish Maharaj, if I remember. And also, the eternal lotus feet of Krishna, all the great devotees are sitting at the lotus feet of Krishna.
Right.
So our aspiration should be, I want to be there. What is there? Like Rupa Goswami, he sings, there's these beautiful verses, his prayers, that there's so much nectar which is there coming from the lotus feet of Krishna. And then the toes of Krishna, how he's very beautiful prayers. And so and then the idea the devotees get that, all the devotees are sitting at the lotus feet of Krishna, I want to be with them. I want to be able to serve these devotees. They're all sitting there at the lotus feet of Krishna. So like Krishna is sitting, and then, he's sitting on his seat, very nice seat, and all his devotees are surrounded him and sitting with him. That's the idea, kind of. And also to bring the humility.
Yeah, I think when even Arjuna also, when he came to Krishna, he went to this place where his feet was, when he was lying down. Krishna was lying down, right? And then Duryodhana went to the other side. He was on the other side, the head part, right?
Yes, yeah. So the idea is we approach with humility, with respect. Like how when we meet the elders also, we're supposed to touch the lotus feet,
feet,
we're supposed to touch the feet to get their blessings. Right? Whenever you see what happens, automatically, we touch somebody's feet, automatically their heart melts and they want to bless us. They'll give us an embrace or, give us some nice blessings. It's something automatically comes from the core of the heart, like that.
Okay.
And we also read in Chaitanya Caritamrita recently, you said that even Krishna himself is so curious to know that what actually is in his lotus feet, that all his devotees are longing for it. They want it. What actually is there in it? Yeah. So, and you also mentioned that there is the Bal Gopal, he's lying on the leaf and he's sucking his own thumb, the feet, because he wants to feel the joy, or he wants to know that what nectar is there actually, that all my devotees are just longing for my lotus feet. So what actually there is. So I think,
Yes.
if we like Sneha ji saying that she doesn't like, then maybe if Sneha ji are able to find some lecture that is glorifying the lotus feet, so that will touch your heart.
Yeah, no, I just said, how naturally, like for me, I just see his
Yeah,
face,
I
Krishna's
agree.
smiley face, and
Yeah, the
that's how
face
like
is
I
what
get
Completely all
attracted.
attracted.
right.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's completely all
yeah,
right.
it's
It's
completely all right. Yeah.
completely all right. Yes. We are
Because
just
he's
giving a few
complete, no?
references what we
Yeah.
have heard. It's completely all right to fix
Yeah,
the mind, to
on
fix our
face,
mind on
on face.
Krishna's lotus
Yeah,
face and his
yeah.
smile. This is just
Mm.
the idea is just the mood that
Hmm.
when we are saying lotus feet is just how our mood should be when we are looking at his face.
Mm.
Because
You
I
know
think, Shilpa ji, you are right, because Krishna is all attractive in all ways, all forms,
exactly.
every part, even like his gun, roop, Leela is equivalent to him himself. So
Exactly.
yes, anything
Exactly.
we do it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. We are in connection with Krishna.
Yeah. This is just to just bring out that the how are we looking at his face,
Hmm.
So that way we are fixed on Krishna, always thinking about Krishna. It doesn't have to be specifically the feet only,
Yeah.
but you know, it could be Krishna's words, it could be Krishna's face, it could be Krishna's flute, it could be, as Neha just said, it's all of that is Krishna. So, it's just the mood also.
Okay.
So at least this, what I'm saying is whatever I've heard and whatever I have understood. And then as we go along, maybe, each of us might hear different things, and then we could all share of what we have heard about this.
Right.
So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Thank you.